Okay. Sorry if that was a bit loud. Just trying to figure out my audio settings. So, welcome to anybody that is watching. YouTube says there's 4 waiting, so hello, please say hello in the chat while I just get this set up. This is a sector with Zibo 3.38 fix 4. Hopefully it will solve some of the X-Pilot ATC issues. And we are going from Frankfurt. I picked Frankfurt because it's usually quite busy and there's often ATC on VATSIM, and there was, and they've gone. But, hello Chris, good to see you again. It's not a massively long sector. I didn't want to do anything too long. I was planning on going from Dublin outbound, but everything was just a bit too long for the evening. But looking on VATSIM, everything looks fully staffed from London into Manchester, so I haven't had a full look at the routing, but once we start to get over towards London, it should get a little bit busier. So, without further ado, please share, not please shout, but please pop in the chat if you think the levels need adjusting. I'm still trying to get to grips, and it's quite difficult. I can't get any side tone on the headset, so it's difficult to hear myself. Anyway, without further ado, I've started up smart cars, which I forgot to do the other day, and here we are. Not quite cold and dark. Sat on stand 112 at Frankfurt. Our scheduled times are 18:30 off blocks, airborne 18:50, so I'm just going to scroll that down on my flight plan. 18:50 Zulu. We have a flight time of 1 hour 28 minutes, and looks like we've got a bit of a headwind today because certainly the blocks, vRYR gives a block of 120, which I thought was a little bit short. Having had a look at a couple of the airlines that actually run it, they run to about 1 hour 40, 1 hour 45, and we've got an estimated block time of 1 hour 56. So we should be landing at Manchester 2018 Zulu, which should get us right in the middle of the 1900 to 2100 approach exam. I haven't had a look to see how busy it is, but what I have got is an extra 30 minutes fuel just in case, and our alternate is Stansted, which again is fully staffed, so it doesn't matter if we have to divert. So without further ado, like I say, I never run through the full cold and dark setup because it is only the sim. So popping the IRS online, get the yaw damper on. Whoops. Check the crossfeed. Bright dim, bright off. Leave the pumps off. All I've done is pop the lights on and pop the power on. I'm going to fuel up, so we're not going to put the belts on. Quick window heat test. And we'll pop that on. Pumps can come on. So, cruise today, no step climb is 340. Manchester is 257 feet above sea level, so 250. Get the packs on, get those set up, and that's a quick overhead done. Oh, it started to rain, lovely. So, we might as well get our pretend packs on the way, but I'm looking forward to getting a second monitor just so I can hide this so it looks a little bit better. We might as well get the bus to turn up on its way. I think this is Nico's set, which is certainly good enough for me. It does the job. There's a bus full of punters turning up, boozed up and ready for their trip back to Manchester. So let's run through our setup. So FMC nav data, as always from Navigraph, is up to date and correct. Expires on December the 4th, and today is, according to the flight plan, 21st November. So our nav data is current. We're at Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. As I said, stand 112. It's not particularly busy here. I think there was 2 or 3 others on the ground. GPS left goes to the left FMC. We're off to Manchester, Echo Golf, Charlie Charlie. Assuming we are Ryanair. 7 Quebec Tango. And let me have a look. So we've got a couple of people that dropped off, so it's just you and me, Chris. Our route today: Boca, Upper Zulu 29, Tornu, Upper Zulu 291, Breeders, Upper Zulu 292, Ravlo, Yankee 70, Otbed, and then Otbed is the beginning of the start into Manchester. The file is 05 right, but I'm not sure, depending on how busy they are, whether they'll use dual runway ops or whether or not it's just a bit too much of a challenge for the controller. So the Rosen 1 Foxtrot is filed, so that'll work for both runways. It's a little bit longer than I'm prepared to type in, so export, load up, and as we said, Boca, Upper Zulu 29, Tornu, Upper Zulu 291, Breeder, Upper Zulu 292, Ravlo, Yankee 70 to Otbed, and that's it. I always check it. I can't imagine that this would ever be wrong, seeing as it's come from SimBrief. I'm using the SimBrief OFP. But I think I'd rather find out now on the ground that it was wrong than halfway through a flight. So performance. One thing I haven't done is called the fuel truck, so let's do that. And there's the fuel starting to go on. Our trip fuel is 3213, 15 minutes contingency 543. Alternate standstill is almost 1.9 tonnes. Half an hour final reserve of 988. An additional 30 minutes of 1084. 227 for taxi, 20-minute taxi, which I don't think we're going to need. Gives us a block for fuel of 7947, so I've requested 8. We'll probably get just over that. So that should start to increase. Four, 59.1, good, so it is increasing. So trip and taxi 3440. I'm going to round that down because I don't think we're going to use that much fuel. Reserves 2880, 29, round up again to 3. Cost index as always of 6, although I think with SimBrief what you can do now is get it to pick the best, it's almost like the best value, the best compromiser who don't have a fixed cost index. So as I said, cruise 340. Top glide wind 154. 28. Top glide ice -6. Transition out. Let's just have a look at one of these. Is correct. So I was just having a look on the Navigraph charts on my iPad. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Chris. I think a little bit of audio would be beneficial, but I imagine it's probably not going to see the light of day now. Audio birds left, which is a real shame. Although, you know, a lot of the suggestions that we see on the forums on Facebook are pretty, you know, relatively minor. And Zibo and Tim seem to do a lot of good work with what's remaining. So we'll just have to see how the project goes. Right, just having a look. So ABS is running, that's all good. Smartcast is running, let's have a look at Xpilot. So no controllers around. I haven't heard anything on the radio. So let's pop in a quick weather request. So it goes popping up on the screen. I've got it up on Xpilot and I'm just going to scribble it down. As it's disappeared, I'll read it out again. So, Frankfurt, 1750 Zulu. It's 2103. In light rain. No significant cloud. Temperature of 4, dew point of 2, QNH 1009 up. With no significant change. So I'm going to have a look and a read through the charts. See what preferred runways are. Which I tell you what to do. Have a look at flight radar, see what they come up with, see what's really being used over the skies of Europe as we speak. So, use a complete mixture. I guess if you're going south, they give you the southerly runway. Landing on the runway closest to us. So we've certainly got a few options. I know I've operated out here twice in the sim and been given a different runway on each occasion. Anyway, we've just got the weather, so put the QNH in before we forget. Check the auto brake disarms, set to RTO. Let's have a look. So, runway 18, let's go for that. It's a little bit of a longer taxi, but it's what we filed. Just running through. There's quite a lot of airport charts here, as you'd imagine. There's the airport chart there. Here's the airport chart. So, 18 would be taxi all the way along. I have had that departure before, but I've also had a 25 centre, which is literally just behind us, which would save a little bit of time. Maybe they are just landing on those. Both of those runways are the same length. So let's just have a quick read. De-icing, aircraft stand, blah blah blah. Voice comms, noise abatement. So I can't see a specific noise abatement departure on here. So we'll just have a look for the SID and just fly that as filed. So it's an Boca 2 Sierra. Tell you what, let's go from runway 25 centre. That'll save a little bit of time on the taxi. So that changes to an Boca 2 Whiskey. At or above flight 70. Boca's miles away, so we'll manage that. So let's get 2 Whiskey. Same runway distance, even if someone does come online and gives another departure, we'll just have to change the SID. And yeah, you're definitely right there, Chris, because I could have done with knowing the fuel was done. So we've got full tanks and then 100 in the centre. So 3910. So, despite having requested 8, we've ended up with 7920, which is 27 kilos less than the block, but never mind. It's not going to eat into our trip too much. So the fuel's done, belts can go on, pumps can go on, leave the centre off. Take off 4 matches. Do a flat 5 departure. Pop the wind in, not makes much difference. 210 and 3. Let's pop 1500 in for the acceleration. And have a look on QSIM planner for our departure. So our estimated takeoff weight is 62.5. Yeah, 62. 500. Metal's reporting a wet runway. We're going to go 25 centre for the short taxi. So even with a D rate of 50, the takeoff run is 2188. We've got 4,000. So we can take 450. Might have a look at using Topa again, just to get more accurate D rates. QSIM plan is a bit basic, but does the job for maybe not the most efficient, but it certainly gets us off the ground. So there was nothing in the meta about the runway being wet, but that's what we're getting. QSIM planner, so I'll go for that. 2 of 143. Flight directors are, correction, the IRS is aligned, so we'll pop the flight directors on. Let's have a look at the departure. Initial climb is 70. And it's an RNAV departure. So the runway is 248. No nav aids to tune. There aren't any on the chart at all. So that's that. Just check, make sure nobody's online. Adria Centre, London, Vienna. Amsterdam radar's online. Just have a look at our routing. So we end up flying over towards. Speak to Amsterdam, we end up flying over towards, crossing the north of Belgium and up to get to the FIR in Q70, so we will speak to Amsterdam if they're online when we get going. So no one else to talk to. Let's get the APU on. So, as we said, 25 centre.
Your seatbelt is securely fastened, ready for departure.
2 whiskey. 99, 98. Let's have a look at the legs over here. 96, 95. They're all above some pretty squiffy altitudes. 72, 2670. Yeah. Pappy, Zibo. Pip, Bassir, Ravki, Tam, Boca. Good, so we've self-cleared departure there. So, APU's on, AC's running, starting to warm the cabin up. Be nice to have some conditioned air model, but it's not the end of the world. So, let's start getting the aeroplane ready to go. Goods can go, bus can go, belt can go, stairways can go. Like I said, we're not pushed for time to get off blocks. We've got, it's a really, really short taxi. It's literally push back, face west, first left, Lima 1 or Lima 3, and then straight onto the runway. Saves mucking about, it's not really that much fun taxiing. I don't know, maybe it is. So let's get GPU off, reset the parking brake, get stairs in, and replan the pushback. Looks alright, doesn't it?
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready.
So, belts are on. We'll get hooked up before we...
Ground to
so I'm
cockpit.
going to use voice to
Toes
tell people
driving
that
up.
we're taxiing it on our way. Get hooked up before we're ready to go. The other thing I was going to look at was the audio. No. I was Zibo. Where would I have put hardware? Config.
Okay. All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect. Set parking brake.
I have just set the parking brake. Ah, priority TX com radio captain or FO. Okay, so that's where that is. I say, shame that the panel doesn't work with Xpilot. There we go, being lifted up.
How connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Good, so we're ready to go. See if there's any traffic about. See anything. Frankfurt Tower, correction, Frankfurt traffic, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, stand 112, push and start face west. So we've self-cleared.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome on board this flight. To ensure a quick and on-time departure, we kindly ask you to move along the cabin aisle as quickly as possible. And once you find your seat, please step into your seating area to let the other passengers through. You can store your hand luggage either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments provided. Please keep emergency exits clear at all times, and we'd like to remind you that smoking
Okay, let's get the brake off.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Won't start just yet because it's not massively long taxi, but it's just a little bit way back. scenery. I think the taxiways are a bit all over the place. I'm not sure if the ground needed a bit of smoothing, but anyway, let's get start engine number 2. So 23 to 25, starter to idle, fuel flow to idle. There's starter cut out.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Brake set, start engine 1.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. I'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, before taxis flow. Pressurization set, reverse C on there. See the pin, there it is, flap 5. So flight controls, full forward, full aft, full left, full right, full left rudder, full right rudder, recalls checked. So before taxi checklist, generators both on, APUs off, start switch is continuous, preheat's on, all the anti-ice is on, it's 4 degrees and we're in rain. Pressurization set for cruise. Pax auto, leads on, ISO's auto. Flap 5 green light. Trim set takeoff. Flight controls checked, recalls checked. Ready to request taxi, so double check nobody's online, which they are not. Frankfurt traffic, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango taxiing, hold Lima 1, runway 25 centre via Lima. It's a lot easier than typing it out. So soft clear taxi. It's literally the first one down here, so it's not far to go at all. So we'll get the aeroplane secured. Before we get going.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
So it's just like this transponder. Anyway, we're ready to taxi. Let's dim the light a little bit. anti-ice on. If I forget to take the wing anti-ice off, it will trip off by itself. So break off, config check. So, Lima 1 on the left. I don't see anyone on VATSIM radar. Frankfurt traffic, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, lining up runway 25 Charlie via Lima 1. Lima 1, 25 centre. Let's get the lights on. Transponder on. Quick check.
Approaching 25 center.
Dragon. It's 45 departure with fuel 3860, 870, 100 in the center. It's a shame that that's there. So a bit of a line-up penalty doesn't matter too much.
On runway 25 center.
45%, correction 40%, let the engine stabilise. We've self-cleared takeoff. Let's see if the wing anti-ice does trip off by itself. Frankfurt traffic, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango taking off runway 25, centre. Full power, toga. Stopwatch.
knots.
Control column to neutral.
V1. Rotate.
About 3 seconds to 10 degrees. Make sure we don't hit the tail.
Positive rate.
Onto the flight directors. Gear up.
400.
Command A.
1000.
Didn't set the minimum flat retraction altitude. Whoops. And there you go, the wing anti-ice did trip off. Let's bug up. 1500 feet. So left 186. Accelerating flap 1. There we go, that's good to see that's not creeping its way up rapidly like it was before. Flap 1, flap up. approaching the upspeed. Is this rain going to give us any icing grief? Hope not. Appearing out of nowhere. So flap up speed, auto brake RTO, flaps up, no lights, gear off. The TIS stays on, so the start switches stay on. Release the crew, diff pressure's increasing. To VNAV. Let's go up to 170. Self-cleared. So weirdly it's not 230 knots in this turn, but it is 230 knots until 995. So it looks like we're out of icing conditions. A bit more moisture. Probably into us back on. Great. So we've still got a relatively decent climb rate. Is that going to cause us any issues? Then probably into us for wings on. What I don't want to do is be dropping out the sky because of potentially spurious rain. So there's flight level 100, airplane's accelerating. Pigeon, give you a bit of nausea. All the lights are off, we're going to leave the anti-ice on for now. Release the packs, cruise set, airplane's pressurising, 4.2, coming out 1.5. And we can pop the centre pumps on. Mind the light. Which light, Chris? Which one have I forgotten? A couple of things I forgot there. So 305. Next to be 318 towards Massir. When we take off 18:45, so 5 minutes early. Q-tip is probably going to be the first one we actually record in time. So master caution fuel, pumps off, caution's off, so Q-tip at 5.1. Didn't realise there was still 10 kilos in there. Let's finish using that up. There we go, now it is on 0.
1,000 to go.
Self-clear up to
1,000 to go.
340. Set once, set twice, 3 times. overhead Cupid. We're -2 ahead of schedule. So another 10 check approaching climb 200. Oh, that's all over the place. So I'm pretty sure I've disabled auto. Anyway, set 6.5, climbing, pressurizing. Still got some work to do. Let's try and figure this out, assuming that there is anything I can do. It's Bremen on. Don't know the German sectors very well. Let's have a look on that scope. So I think I'm just outside. So massive 5.5 still. +3. 2 minutes early. Fuel overhead mass is 420.330. So I think I've definitely got the auto disabled if we aim at standard X-plane night lighting. So is it the weather? Is it the overlays? I'm quite sure. Okay, thanks Chris, I will try that. Reducing the active sky distance. It's not so much that it can't handle it, it's just more the fact that you get these massive CPU spikes that bring the FPS down to, you know, like sub 20, when clearly the PC is pretty happy. You know, I'm pretty happy with frames around the high 20s, low 30s. And it's just those spikes that seem to be a nightmare. So yeah, more experimentation to do. Anyway, I'm just filling in the flight op-ed 1942. Top descent 4-5, so we'll be a bit later than that. 5 here, pole hill. To 1, Bernie. And 8. 14, does that match up? 8:14 arrival. No, what have I headed up wrong? It's early. I'll have to check that. So anyway, approaching 300. Bank angle to 10. Final cruise set. Pressure's creeping up towards 8. Cabin out's 5.5. Climbing. So it's pressurising. We're on our way to Oboka. What had a ding, haven't missed a message. So we've got London South, London North. It's more likely we're going to be speaking to London North, I think. Anyway, so I think 337. But I'll also pop down 1.2.6. So overhead, Boko, we should have had a frequency change to whoever does, whichever Langen is doing this one, but there's no one online. So overhead, Boko at 18:59, 1 minute late, 3270, 3280. So minus 5, plus 1 is 4. So just check that in 45, 46, 47, 48, 52, 53, 56, 58, 1900. 0.05.
1,000 to go.
I've done again, so to the 7 plus 5 is 12, 13, 14, is that 6? 29, 41. Does that match up? Yes, 5 minutes earlier than estimated landing. Good. So what's the next one? And 1800, and we're going to be there at 02. So, should be, oh, it's not too far, should only be a couple of minutes. The FRA boundary for Amsterdam is here at Tinnik, so we should speak to them in a moment. See if it's the same guy as yesterday who was getting especially irate with somebody who didn't have any charge. chance, if you haven't seen that video, I recommend watching the video that I streamed yesterday. Just the taxi out departure. It's pretty brutal. Maybe a little bit unnecessary, but it's certainly a pretty firm telling off. But the guy didn't sound especially young, so I'm going to assume we can take it. Right, just having a look at that scope, which is a really useful tool. I'm sure there's others, but this one's just a useful iOS app. Watch out on there. Have a look. Let's see how many people are inbound to Manchester. TC online tower. So there's X approach, which is monitoring. Oh, okay, maybe he's just turned on early. Delivery ground tower on along with ATIS 12197. That sounds like Amsterdam sending me a message. It is. Please contact 125. I'm down 12575, yes. We're expecting 1337. Listening out, see if anybody's on there. Got the pen ready because I'm expecting a squawk. Amsterdam radar, good evening, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, flight level 340, Tinnick. Microphone is not picking up. That's irritating. Somewhat concerning. PTT button works. But X-Pilot is not picking up my mic. Right, I'll try. Just let me know. Embarrassing and irritating. Drama. Constant drama. Yeah, I think you're right there, Chris. Right, nothing heard. Sorry, I'll just get back to your comment in a moment, Chris. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on here. 2764. Let's get 2764 in anyway. I mean, I like. Right. So we've recycled everything on there. We have TX, Amsterdam radar, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango radio check. Nope. Right, let's start up X-Pilot again. Sorry for the Windows noise. So yeah, I think you're right, Chris. Most controllers expect people to know where about waypoints and VORs are, and it is listed on the charts, so I think they just assume that oh, there we go, the mic's working now. Okay, a little bit higher, let's turn it down. Yeah, I think I think it's fair to assume that a really obscure fix, they might not know where it is, but it still should be in your FMS database if you know how to use it, and you should have charts. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I've got a bit of sympathy, but I think maybe even if you just had to do a simple online test, it would help with the quality of those on board. Anyway, I think I've got everything working now. It was funny though. I mean, I kind of felt for both of them, but pretty brutal turning off. So, let's see if we can hear Amsterdam now. Amsterdam radar. Good evening, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, flight level 340, breeder.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, Amsterdam, good evening. Readability is excellent and you are identified. Proceed direct REFLO.
Thanks very much. Sorry about the confusion. Proceed direct REFLO. Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. It's REFLO.
I still have issues from time to time.
Yeah, it loaded up fine, but a restart seemed to sort X-Pilot out, so apologies for the delay, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango.
Alright, all is good.
Amsterdam Center, goedenavond. Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey is descending, passing 278 for 250 at Zibo.
Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey, goedenavond. Proceed direct to Zibo, expect runway 18 right.
Direct to Zibo and expect runway 18 right for Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey.
That's what's really not good. So it doesn't appear to have anything to do with the ortho.
Approaching plan, top of descent in 30 miles, Qatari 5, Charlie Foxtrot.
Sounds very Aussie.
Qatari 5, Charlie Foxtrot, excellent. Contact London Control, 132.6, bye-bye.
Excellent.
132.6, thank you very much, Qatari 5, Charlie Foxtrot, good evening.
Right, so...
Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey, when ready, continue descent flight level 100, level by Sugo.
Descending flight level 100 at Sugo for Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey.
So, Manchester approach is 118.5.
KLM 958, descent flight level 70, after RTIP, direct Sierra Papa Yankee.
After RTIP, Sierra Papa Yankee, descent 70, KLM 958.
Delta 2302, proceed direct to RTIP, when ready, descent flight level 100, level by RTIP.
Okay, direct RTIP, flight level 100 by RTIP, Lufthansa 2302.
So just having a look, Manchester's got 6 filed inbounds, of which I'm one.
Amsterdam radar, good evening. Gravity 118, holding for an Echo 7, Echo 6 for runway 18 left, ready for departure.
Gravity 118, good evening. The winds 110 degrees, 6 knots, runway 18 left, clear takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, gravity 118.
Yeah.
Goedenavond, KLM 024 with some connection problems.
KLM 1024, welkom terug bij het feestje. Continue the present arrival, expect runway 18 right, descend to flight level 70.
70 right, XPU, bedankt, KLM 104. Radar, hello, Croatia 32 November, holding short, 18 left on Echo 5, ready for departure.
Croatia 32 November, good evening, behind the departing Boeing 737, from the beginning, line up await runway 18 left, Echo 5 behind.
After departing 737 from the beginning, line up 18 left, Echo 5 behind Croatia 32 November.
Amsterdam radar, good evening. Speedbird 932, flight level 330, inbound Tulip.
Speedbird 932, Amsterdam, good evening. Identified from present position, direct Tabro.
Stand by. Roger, redirect Tabro, Speedbird 932.
So just plumbing in the descent forecast. As always, flight level 310 is 3254 knots. 200 is 13237. Level 100.
KLM 1024, after Sugal, direct Spijkerborg.
Sugo Spijkerberg, KLM 104.
Well, he knows where it is.
KLM 958, information Alpha, expect a factor for ILS runway 18 right, speed 250 knots.
Expect vectors for 18 right, speed 250 knots, KLM 958.
Croatian 32 November, winds 110 degrees, 6 knots, runway 18 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, Croatia 32 November.
Gravity 118 identified, 2,300 feet, climb flight level 250. Gravity 118 identified, climb flight level 250.
Climb flight level 250, gravity 118.
Speedbird 932, expect level 170 at Tabro, report ready for descent.
Roger, we'll plan for 170 at Tabro, we'll report ready for descent, Speedbird 932.
So, Pole Hill.
KLM 958 descent at 3,000 feet to QNH 1006.
Descent 3,000 feet, QNH 1016, KLM 958.
958, 3,000 feet, QNH 1006.
1006, KLM 958.
Amsterdam radar, good evening. This is Lufthansa 1903, flight level 330 checking in.
UT 1903 Amsterdam, hello, identified.
So, transition altitude's 5,000.
Gravity 32 November, identified 2,000 feet, climb to flight level 250.
Climb level 250, Croatia 32 November.
So, there's the descent forecast. Upon the arrival in Bernard
Lufthansa
Romney.
2302, descent flight level 70, after RTIP direct Sierra Papa Yankee. Lufthansa 2302, descent flight level 70, after RTIP Sierra Papa Yankee.
Okay, down to 7000, Sierra Papa Yankee after RTIP, Lufthansa 2302.
Where's this guy in front of us?
Ryanair 4 Charlie Victor, proceed direct Arnhem. Ryanair 4 Charlie Victor, proceed direct to Arnhem.
He did. I've been dense, I really don't see the traffic. There he is.
KLM 1024, information Alpha, expect a factor
cool.
for ALS runway 18 right, descent level 45.
45, factoring 180 right, KLM 1024.
Let's see who that was. Send him a message. Speedbird 932.
Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey, descent level 70, after Sumo, direct Sierra Papa Yankee.
Descent flight level 70 and after Subo, Sierra Papa Yankee for Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey.
KLM 958, continue on the present heading, descent at 2000 feet.
Continue present heading, descent 2000 feet, KLM 958.
Ryanair 4 Charlie Victor Amsterdam.
That's not me. 20-year-old charts. I think there's quite a bit that's changed.
Amsterdam radar, good evening, Lufthansa 25 Juliet, out of flight 325 4350.
Lufthansa 25 Juliet Amsterdam, good evening, identified.
But yeah, there's...
KLM 958, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, KLM 958.
But yeah, there's a bit of change. All the VORs have been decommissioned, so those charts will rapidly show a very different picture of the world.
25 Juliet, proceed direct Sokpo.
Direct Sokpo.
75 Alpha Romeo, flight 350.
Easy 75 Alpha Romeo, Amsterdam, hello, identified.
First contact.
It's nice and crackly.
Manchester Information Bravo. Time 1850. Automatic.
KLM 1047, 3000 feet, QNH 1005.
3000 feet on 1005, KLM 104.
Surface wind 100. 9 knots varying between 030 and 170.
21 flight level 370.
10 kilometers or more than cloud detected. Temperature +5. Dew point +1. QNH 1000. Threshold QFE 991 hectopascal. Acknowledge the receipt of information Bravo. And advise aircraft type on first contact. Manchester Information Bravo. Time 1850. Automatic. Arrival runway 05 right. Departure runway 05 left. Transition level flight level 65. Surface wind.
Information 3 to November, contact Bremen radar 123.925, bye bye.
123.925, thank you, bye bye, Croatia 329.
KLM 958, left heading 210, cleared ILS, approach runway 18 right, maintain 180 until the tijdslop.
Turn left heading 210, cleared for the ILS 18 right, maintain present altitude KLM 958.
958 negative, maintain 180 knots until the glide slope.
180 knots until the glide slope, KLM 958.
So, interesting all arrival, Ross, and we're not going to end up Manchester.
0932, we're ready for descent. Spirit 932, thank you. Descent to flight level 170.
170, Spirit 932.
KLM 1024, descent to 2000 feet. You have 18 seconds to go.
2000 feet, 18 seconds, KLM 1024.
2302, information Alpha, vectors ILS 18 right. Descent to 3000 feet, QNH 1006.
Okay, vectors for 18 right, QNH 1006, descend down to 3000 feet, Lufthansa 2302.
So let's have a look at our arrival. What's gone on there? Interesting little artifact, because that's...
Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey, information Alpha, ILS LA 18 right. Descent to flight level 45.
Information Alpha, QNH 1006, sorry, you didn't say QNH, I think. Descent flight level 45, 4500, Ryanair 8 Golf Whiskey.
Ryanair 4 Charlie Victor, Amsterdam.
Ryanair 4 Charlie Victor, good evening, flight level 370 direction.
Ryanair 4 Charlie Victor, good evening, identified. Proceed direct à Luca, Alpha Lima, Uniform Kilo Alpha.
KLM 958, established on the ILS 18 right.
KLM 1024, right heading 150, cleared ILS approach runway 18 right.
Right 150, cleared ILS 18 right, KLM 1024.
So,
KLM 958, winds 110 degrees, 6 knots, runway 18 right, cleared to land.
Cover the wind, clear to land 18 right, KLM 958.
907 Quebec Tango, contact London Control 133.7, bye bye.
London 133.7, thanks very much for the service, have a great evening, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango.
Ryanair 4 Charlie Victor, proceed.
So, just listening.
KLM 76 Whiskey, when ready, descend to flight level 250 to be level by Dibble.
Setting the approach.
Descent flight level 250, KLM 76 Whiskey.
Intercept.
76 Whiskey, that's
Ross.
when you are ready to be level by
Get that,
Dibble.
are we?
When we are ready to be level at Dibble, KLM 76 Whiskey.
Not as busy as I thought. London Control, good evening. Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, flight level 340, turning overhead Ravelo.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, London Control, good evening. Roslyn 1 Foxtrot arrival from Manchester.
Was a 1 Foxtrot Manchester, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. Good, we've got that planned. The main vector will give us a heading straight after Pole Hill, out somewhere here. I've done this arrival once before. Just trying to think how it's going to interface with Liverpool. I know they're not online, but what sort of vectors we're going to get, I would expect something like that in the base leg. So, just knock that down. What do we reckon? A waypoint about here. No, that's 10 miles, that's 20 miles. It's more like that, isn't it? So, 300. So I'd certainly expect a closing heading for a couple of miles. Let's do that then. So, if, just dragging the chart up now, if it's a 052, it's going to be 082. It's going to be a 30-degree intercept, isn't it? Knock off 180.
Ryanair 8984, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750.
125.750, Ryanair 8984, thank you, good night.
What do we spectacularly wrong. There's no way that's a 30-degree intercept, is it? There's 180 off though. No, it isn't. Idiot.
2788, no for the ATC, Monsieur, come 122 decimal 8.
Is what we want.
Speedbird 788, no for the ATC, Unicom 122 decimal 8. Sorry, Roger, Speedbird 788, Unicom 122 decimal 8. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's more like it. Was I missing a line? No, discontinuity, right. Plug that back in. Oh, we get something like that.
London Control, good evening. Speedbird 224 is with you at flight level 150, climbing flight level 200.
Speedbird 224, London Control, good evening. Climb flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Speedbird 224.
What's that going to give us? Do you reckon something like that? Yeah. Maybe let's give it 5 miles. That's it. It's alright then. So, continuous descent, so we want 3,000 above. Pop a fix in. Should be VMC. Could have wasted all that time plumbing in what we think we're going to get when we don't. I mean, it might be something more like that. Anyway, if we have to delete them out, we have to delete them out. Certainly imagine we're going to get a shortcut straight in. It's not very busy. Anyway, let's have a look at progress. So what have we got? 5.4.
London Control, good evening. 7007 Papa Stanford, acknowledge dash 8 requesting clearance to Manchester.
7007 Papa, London Control, hello, you sound familiar. You're clear to Manchester after departure of runway 09. We fly runway heading climb to altitude 3,000 feet and squawk 7410. Norwich QNH 1003.
We thought I'm so familiar. Runway 09, flight runway heading climbing 3,000 feet, squawk 7410, QNH 1003, 7007 Papa.
7007 Papa, correct.
So QNH is set. The decision altitude for 05 right is 386. So it's 109 variable. That's what I've got for Manchester is a little bit different. yes, it should.
London Control, it's evening speedbird 781 Charlie with you, flight
So
level
30.
Speedbird 781 Charlie, London Control, good evening. Logan 1 Hotel arrival.
Logan 1 Hotel arrival, speedbird 781 Charlie.
So not that long to go to top of descent. And we are all set up. I'm going to keep the chart 4, 5 left saved just in case. Got the ILS tuned. It's the same course. It's 05 left is on standby. Came up 1 minimum R. Runs 412. There's a bit of a difference in the runway elevation. 386 versus 412. What is it? Runway 212 for 05 left. 186.
7 Quebec Tango, when ready, descend flight level 290, level by Octbed.
When ready, descend flight level 290, Octbed, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. Let's have a look on the legs page. 290 and Octbed we've got, so we will descend at top of descent point, so let's pop it into the MCP.
7007 Papa, Stanford, knowledge request push and start.
7007 Papa, push start approved, face west.
We will do a slightly
Push
early
start
descent,
approved, face west, 7007 Papa.
maybe 5-10 miles. So, like I said, I've done the performance, flap 30, auto brake 1. So, auto brake 1 gives us 2285. 203 auto brake 2. It's a massive difference.
781 Charlie, descend now, flight level 360, expect lower shortly.
Here's the airplane slowing down. Let's get the hardware throttles back to idle.
Good 781 Charlie, descend flight level 360. Speedbird 781 Charlie, London Control.
Speedbird 781 Charlie, go ahead.
Hello, it's Speedbird 781 Charlie, descend now, flight level 360.
Descent now, flight level 360, Speedbird 781 Charlie.
Gonna do wait till 5 miles.
776 Whiskey, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750. 125.75. Thank you. Good evening. KLM 76 Whiskey.
So, auto brake set. Minima set. We are going to pop the anti-ice on as we start descending. So I'm petrified. Let's get the airplane descending. It's nice and smooth. It's going to be a nice smooth descent to 1,000 feet a minute. Pretty good. Auto throttle's still quite slow, bringing the throttle back.
Canadian 561, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750.
Amsterdam radar 125.750 is Scandinavian 561.
It's a bit steep.
Speedbird 781 Charlie, 1 ready, descend to flight level 300, level by Barmy.
Delta flight level 300, level by Barmy for Speedbird 781 Charlie.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, passing flight level 325, descending 290.
Roger.
A bit late getting the call in, but never mind. I'm sure he's not bothered, it's not particularly busy over here. Yeah, it's pretty quiet over here. Oh, there we go, a few more arrivals. So 16 departures.
7007 Papa, ready for taxi.
10 arrivals.
007 Papa, taxi on by Delta 1 from 09. Delta 1 for 09, 7007 Papa.
And by the looks of things, it's got a bit of a steady stream, but it's just me. EasyJet's over Cornwall, and another Ryanair just...
London, hello, Scott, Hotel Bravo Tango, Bravo Tango, Phantom, at Liverpool 1 Kilo.
Rotterdam way.
Taxi, departure clearance VFR 3. Hotel Bravo Tango, Papa Tango, London Control, Roger. Taxi Honda Point Delta from runway 09 via
Thousand to go.
Final flight plan. Honda Point Delta runway 09, Lock Hotel 1 Papa Tango.
Ooh, what's just gone on?
Good evening, ET37 Papa Juliet, Wiki, Paul Hill for Sierra Climber 32000, you're looking.
37 Juliet Papa, London Control, hello, scorecard and climb down flight level 250.
Scorecard and climb down flight level 350 is 37 Juliet.
Negative flight level 250.
250.
7 Quebec Tango, descend flight level 170, level by Gulls.
Descent flight level 1070, level goals, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango.
North Station London Control, it's gone off frequency for 1 minute, be right back.
So, there we go. The plane's going to pitch quite violently. It's comfortable. Why are we not descending? Definitely not on path. Okay, no. Legs. Goals. I have no idea how that happened. Is it the double press? Never mind. Anyway, we're going to pick up some speed. That's a bit keen. Can we not do that? Let's just use the good old banana.
It's back on frequency.
Yeah, that'll do us. Sure. Why? Seems a little bit much.
Hotel Papa Tango, we followed the flight plan and we're able for a Mako runway 09. Hotel Papa Tango with a taxi to holding point Echo. Are you ready to copy clearance? Face to Echo, Hotel Papa Tango. Hotel Papa Tango, Roger, clear to leave the lift 4 control zone to the northeast, not above altitude 1,300 feet. Lift 4 QNH 1000, squawk 5051. Clear leave the lift 4 control zone to the northeast, not above 1,300 feet. On the QNH 1000, squawking 5051 at Hotel Papa Tango. Hotel Papa Tango, correct. Report ready for departure. We're ready, Hotel. 7007 Papa, holding Delta 1 fully ready. 007 Papa, Roger, runway 09, clear for takeoff, surface wind 1108. Clear for takeoff from 09, 7007 Papa. Speedbird 781 Charlie, contact London Control 132.6.
I would say 132.6 for Speedbird 781 Charlie.
London Control, Lufthansa 7 Papa, Foxtrot, flight 370. Lufthansa 7 Papa, Foxtrot, London Control, hello again.
somebody else has joined, so welcome.
Hotel Papa Tango, ready on reaching. Hotel Papa Tango. Hotel Papa Tango, roger, via Echo, runway 09, clear takeoff with 10013 knots. 09, clear for takeoff, Hotel Papa Tango.
Let's get the anti-ice on. Lest we drop out of the sky. Stuttery. Is it something to do with active sky? When it redraws. Okay, so if you are just joining, welcome. Got the anti-ice on, not prototypical. There's nothing going on here, but X-plane can be a little bit unrealistic, so I like to have it on. And we are
7 Quebec Tango, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. We are on our way into Manchester.
Lufthansa 7 Papa Foxtrot, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750. 15750, 7 Papa. 7007 Papa, passing flight level and conversion altitude 1,400 feet. 7007 Papa, roger, turn left heading 360 degrees, climb flight level 180, you clear to leave controlled airspace on heading 360, climbing 180. Left heading 360 degrees, climbing flight level 182, clear to leave controlled airspace on that heading, and climbing flight level 182, 7007 Papa. Controlled airspace here. Hotel Papa Tango, report your altitude. Passing 1,100 feet, Hotel Papa Tango. Hotel Papa Tango, roger, do cross service upon leaving controlled airspace. Negative. Level, flight level 65. Roger. Cab OK, temperature +5, dew point +1, QNH1000, threshold QFE991 hectopascal. No significant change. Acknowledge your receipt of information, Charlie, and advise aircraft type on first contact. Manchester information, Charlie. Time 19. Papa, leaving control airspace, decompletion service. Arrival runway 05 right. Decompletion 7007 Papa. Transition level, flight level 65. Surface wind variable 7 knots. Cab OK. Temperature +5. Dew point +.
So let's start bringing the speed back. Correction, the rate of descent back a little bit. Let's get
7007 Papa, turn left heading 310 degrees. Left heading 310 degrees, 7007 Papa. 7007 Papa, you're cleared to join controlled airspace on track Zibo, climbing flight level 180. Cleared to join controlled airspace on track Zibo, climbing flight level 180, 7007 Papa. 7007 Papa, correct, and you can resume our navigation direct Zibo. On nav Zibo, 7007 Papa, thanks. London control now, direct 371, passing flight level 335, for flight level 3 joins our direct to London. Ocean 371, London control, roger. Return to 5 kilo whiskey, contact Amsterdam radar 125.750.
So, better
Delta
just...
5 Kilo Whiskey, contact Amsterdam 125.750.
125.750, defensive 5 Kilo Whiskey, bye-bye.
Easy 37 Papa Juliet, then for the ATC, Unicum 122.8.
Unicum 122.8, 37 Papa Juliet, good night.
Hotel Papa Tango, leaving controlled airspace, squawk 7000 free call en route, good day. Squawk 7000 free call en route, Unicum, Hotel Papa Tango, bye.
Under control, good evening, this is KLM 148 Heavy, passing, maintaining 5,000 feet now, inbound to Delta Oscar 52 Golf.
KLM 148, London Control, hello, squawk guidance, climb flight level 70, fly heading 040 degrees.
Heading 040 degrees and 6,000 feet, can you KLM 148?
Negative, flight level 70.
Flight level 70, KLM 148.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, route direct to Rosen.
Direct to Rosen, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. Legs, Rosen, replace. Okay, swap on to Manchester VOR. What's the missed approach? 186. Rosen inbound. We'll go 186.
224, contact Shannon Control 131.150.
Contact Shannon, speedbird 224. Bye-bye.
Sound slow on my PC.
6 Quebec Tango, good evening, descending flight level 200 by Octan. Easy 26 Quebec Tango, London Control, hello, Rosen. Crescent Mersey, 1 Alpha arrival. Descend flight level 150.
Okay, speed's going back
1
nicely.
Alpha arrival and descend flight level 150. Easy 26 Quebec Tango.
London, good day, Ryanair 343 Romeo, passing 19 road length, 250 with you.
Ryanair 343 Romeo, London Control, roger. KLM 148, your sign level is flight level 70, turn right immediately heading 090 degrees.
Immediate right 090 degrees, immediate KLM 148.
So him out to my left. Would make sense.
KLM 14 Bravo, confirming how standard pressure set.
KLM 148 standard pressure.
That's him over there to our left.
Well, we're shooting flight level 70, 300 feet or 300 feet descending.
Roger, you have traffic north of you by 6 miles, it's descending to 1,000 feet above your heads, I had to give you a turn away.
Traffic inside, KLM 148.
Nice. Good to see a little bit of traffic and avoiding action. Or hard work anyway, below flight level 100.
KLM 148, maintain heading 060 degrees.
Yeah, I had problems MCP. Roger, right heading 060 for now.
Right, seatbelts are on.
Ryanair 343 Romeo, climb now, flight level 350.
350 Ryanair 343 Romeo.
Okay, under control, KLM 148, maintaining 70, heading 060 for information.
1,000 to go.
KLM 148, turn left now, heading 360 degrees.
Left heading 360 degrees, KLM 148.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, contact Manchester radar 118.575.
Radar 118.575, thanks for the service, have a great evening, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango.
KLM 148, climb now.
Okay, Tower 1862. Manchester radar, good evening, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, 738 information, Charlie. Passing flight level 83, descending flight level 80.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, good evening Manchester radar, it's going to be vector nice approach from 805 right, turn left heading 240 degrees, descend flight level 70.
Vectors ILS 05 right, left heading 240 degrees, descend flight level 70, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. 240, down. 70, we're out hold, VS is armed.
Hotel Papa Tango is at Cell Warfire. Hotel Papa Tango, thank you much for control airspace, radar control, report field and sight. Radar control, report field and sight, Hotel Papa Tango.
Let's see if his vectors match up with what I think I've got here. We might end up just going
Hotel Papa Tango, we have field and sight.
And in.
Hotel Papa Tango, thank you. Contact Manchester now 118 decimal 625. See you soon. 18 decimal 625, Hotel Papa Tango.
Traffic over there.
Ryanair 7, Quebec Tango, turn left heading 220 degrees.
Left heading 220 degrees, Ryanair 7, Quebec Tango. Hey, not far off, look at that. Okay, we're going to be drifting a little bit more toward Liverpool, but not a bad bit of planning. Get direct on 003. Updates the profile. So not below the MSA yet. Descent. Never mind.
Ryanair 7, Quebec Tango, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1000.
Descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1000. Ryanair 7, Quebec Tango. What are we on? 6.3. Let's do about 450, so there we go. Do we want to be 538163-ish? It's not bad. Probably get a few more track miles than this, so we can afford to be, yeah. Let's see how we go. Still bring the speed back as well, depending on if it gives us a heading or not.
Manchester Radar 26 Quebec Tango, Mersey Alpha, good evening, A320, information Whiskey QNH 1000.
Ryanair 7, Quebec Tango, turn left heading 190 degrees.
Left heading 190 degrees, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango.
Easy 26 Quebec Tango, good evening, Manchester radar. Can we
bringing the
effective?
speed
The
back.
approach runway 05 right.
Island approach at 05 right, easy 26 Quebec Tango.
It's not bad, is it? A little radar pattern I thought we'd end up getting.
Thousand to go.
Speed's really not coming back, is it?
Right, 7 Quebec Tango 2. Continue left turn heading 160 degrees.
Continue left turn 160 degrees, right, 7 Quebec Tango. Okay, so it looks like we're going straight for Charlie Foxtrot. Let's go and see how the profile goes. Still a little bit high, speed's still coming back. So we're alright. After all that hard work, never mind. So there's Altiquire. Still think we're a little bit high.
Right, 7 Quebec Tango, descent to altitude 4,000
Thousand to
feet.
go.
Descend altitude 4,000 feet, right, 7 Quebec Tango. Medium Mike Charlie 052, good. Right, I think we're going to need, let's go level change. Might not need that much. Let's try about, let's see 950 how we get on.
Thousand to go.
Still says we're low. Thanks, Chris just had that pointed out to me. Yeah, wasn't a bad little estimation, but in fairness, like the controllers are actually really rather good. I know the 7.3's a slippery old beast, but
Right, 7 Quebec Tango, turn left heading 140 degrees, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
left heading 140 degrees, descend altitude 3,000 feet, right, 7 Quebec Tango.
EG 26 Quebec Tango, vecting approach runway 05 right, leave Mersey heading 180 degrees.
Vector INS 05 right, leave Mersey heading 180 degrees, easy 26 Quebec Tango.
Okay, we're probably going to get a shortcut, so we'll go flap 1 now, use some excess energy. If we can, just want to try and nip under the glide slope. Speed isn't going to come back particularly quickly. That should still give us enough to get under that glide slope there. Speed really doesn't come back very quickly though. But the vectors have worked out pretty well, apart from that level segment.
Right, 7 Quebec Tango, turn left heading 080 degrees, cleared out approach runway 05 right.
Left heading 080 degrees, cleared, ILS approach at 05 right, run S7 Quebec Tango. A little bit of excess energy there, should bring us around nicely. Go on 4 lock. So I'm happy that that's correct. We want 3,000 feet and 8.7 DME. Come on, time on that turn. There we go, had forgotten to set that back. Not that it makes a difference, 4 lock should
EG 26 Quebec Tango, descent to altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1000.
Descent altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1000, easy 26 Quebec Tango.
So we've been cleared. Happy we've got false glide, we'll just wait until we re-establish. But glide slip's alive, glide slip armed. Let's get flap 5 out, get the aeroplane descending nicely. Still shoots through a bit. Runway 7 Quebec Tango established ILS 05 right 8 DME.
Runway 7 Quebec Tango, thank you. Contact Manchester Tower 118.625. Good evening.
Tower 118.625, thanks very much. Good luck, Runway 7 Quebec Tango.
2500.
Yeah, we'll pop ground 121. Ooh. 85. Let's get the anti-ice back on.
Manchester Tango into right hand orbit's present position until advised. Right hand orbit's hooked up on the Tango.
Manchester Tower, good evening. Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango established ILS 05 right 6 DME.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango Manchester Tower, good evening. 05 right, and wind variable 4 knots. Traffic information is a light aircraft at the end of the left downwind flag.
Clear land 05 right, visual traffic, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango.
Ryanair 321, contact on to control 133.7, bye-bye.
33.7, Ryanair 321, bye-bye.
Above Tango, traffic information is a Ryanair 737-800, currently 4 miles, and report final, report the traffic inside when you can.
So, clear land.
Question 84, Lima Sierra, runway 05 left, for takeoff, wind variable 4 knots. Clear for takeoff, runway 05 left, Austin 8.7. Oh, that's that.
There is. Gear down, flap 15.
Hotel Papa Tango, thank you. Behind that traffic, Hotel Papa Tango, report final 05 right, number 2, following that traffic. Caution wait 10 minutes, recommend distance 5 miles. Report final number 2, Hotel Papa Tango. Hotel Papa Tango, sorry to bombard you with information. I've got your leave for clearance when you're ready. Ready, Hotel Papa Tango. Hotel Papa Tango, clear to leave direction control center, both available from 1,300 feet, VFR. So, I presume it's after departure, clear leave the zone by fell 1,300 feet VFR, Hotel Papa Tango. AFM, correct.
Okay. Auto throttles off.
Approaching
Autopilot's
05
off.
right.
I'd like to be able to hand fly a bit earlier, but it does get quite busy. There's only one of you. A little bit left correcting.
500.
Pretty much just be a little bit out trim.
400. 300.
Austrian 84 Lima Sierra, contact London control 133.7, goodbye.
Approaching minimums.
It's dipping away there, but
London control 133.7,
minimums.
good evening, Austrian 84 Lima Sierra. You too, see you later.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
bit of a bump. There we go. Reverse is deployed. I see one on departure as well. So are we going to make the first high-speed exit? No, we'll roll on to the next.
80 knots.
Don't want to go past that, so a little bit of manual braking. First is to idle. There we go, 46. Let's see if we can take her off with just the rudder. Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, runway vacated.
Hotel Papa Tango 05 right, connection go, variable 4 knots. 05 left, clear, touch and go, Hotel Papa Tango. Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, thank you.
Taxi straight ahead on Victor, hold Hotel Zulu 1, hold short 05 left.
Taxi straight ahead, Victor, hold short Zulu 1. Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, it's Hotel Zulu 1.
Hotel Zulu 1 and hold short Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. Right, let's get that out. Hotel. All the way down. Let's get the airplane cleaned up. Most important, let's get the transponder off. So, Hotel Zulu 1 all the way down to the end. Thanks very much, Chris. I'll give the landing rate. It wasn't too bad. It felt a bit floaty.
Manchester Easy 26 Quebec Tango, good evening, ILS 05 right.
Soft, minus 119.
26 Quebec Tango, Manchester, good evening, 05 right, clear to land, wind variable, 4 knots.
05 right, clear to land, Easy 26 Quebec Tango.
Hotel Bravo Tango, contact Manchester radar, 118.575, see you, Jack.
118.575, Hotel Bravo Tango, thanks for your see you.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango via Hotel Zulu 1, cross 05 left, once vacated, hold Hotel 1.
Via Hotel, cross runway 05 left, hold Hotel 1, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. A little bit quick. Let's get these strobes back on.
Tango, Papa Tango, altitude 1,300 feet, routing towards Belmore.
Wrong frequency.
So it should be straight, but that's got a little bit of a kink into it.
Approaching 2-3 right.
We're cleared. Get the APU on. Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, vacated 05 left.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, thank you, contact ground 121.85, see ya.
Ground 12185, thanks very much for the service, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. Manchester ground, good evening, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, holding Hotel 1.
Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango, Manchester ground taxi stand 5-1 via Hotel.
Stand 5-1 via Hotel, thanks very much, Ryanair 7 Quebec Tango. It's right the other side, so it doesn't really matter which way I go.
Etihad 2236 heavy, ready for taxi.
Etihad 2236 taxi,
turn those off.
Alpha 1 runway 05 left via Delta and Alpha.
Roger, holding point Alpha 1 via Delta and Alpha, Etihad 2236 heavy.
So, not bad landing. 119 feet per minute. Stand 5-1. Can we see if anything if we get the lights off? Not really. Then leave one on. And off now, yes. some gate guidance, but never mind, I think that will do us there. Brakes on. Lights off, APU's on. 2 blues, 1 red. Let's just stop the clock. Engine's dead. And that, ladies and gents, welcome to Manchester. For the carbon conscious amongst you, we have burned 1.74 and 1.75 tonnes of virtual fuel. Let's get the aeroplane now. Deplaned, so let's get the doors opened. All our groundy bits on their way. What's that? It's there. Right there. Close the door. I was just trying to zoom in to see how the ground clamping's doing in this. Couldn't really tell.
Etihad 2236, contact the tower 118.625. Bye bye.
Over to tower 118.625, Etihad 2236, heavy. Thanks.
Good, that's us pretty much shut down, ready to go. Oh, terrible parking. Could have gone a little bit further forward. Never mind. I might. Oh dear, I opened up one of those. That might have been what I was clicking on. Oh well, some exuberant passengers wanted to get off nice and quick. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I hope if you did watch it, it was enjoyable and useful, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks very much. Good night.